You said, oh shit. Like it's Pavlov's dogs. Pavlov dogs.
Okay.
Damn, I didn't get another beer. Melatonin.
So, another theme of the movie was, does your friends and family's hopes for you create even more obstacles for your goals? That was showing like putting the pressure on that girl, to go to college, first one out the block and whatnot. And she had a lot of pressure on her. So in general, does your friends and family's hopes for you create even more of an obstacle for you to achieve your goals?
Of course. Me personally, no, I don't give a fuck what you think I'm gonna do. But normal people, of course, I see that. I can empathize with that, with her situation, with being, the first or the only person on my family, my block, my whole community to go to college. All the pressure being on me. Everyone always saying, "Oh, you're the best of us. You're gonna make it." Fall back. I can't fall back. I can't chill. You could chill. Why can't I chill?
So your friends and family tell you that you would just brush
Did
it
you
off?
feel like you
Me
had
personally?
To?
Yeah.
Oh, please, come on. Nah, y'all don't. No.
No?
Who's gonna pressure
Oh,
me
okay.
to do what? Have kids? But go to school? No. It took me like 7.5 years to graduate college.
Okay.
My mom wasn't happy about it, but I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. I don't care. I'll do it whenever I do it. It's gonna get done. But that's me. I'm
That's
wrong.
you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm weird. Like I'm wrong.
Okay.
So I know normal, regular people. I empathize with that situation, feeling pressure and amplified, responsibilities for having other people on your shoulder. I get it.
So that was me.
See, but I would never feel that. Please, I laugh at that.
Well, because my parents came from Peru when they were in their 20s, and they literally started in a basement building of in Brooklyn with a bunch of other immigrants, and they worked their asses off. They now have a house, a 5-bedroom house, and they live in Manpack, right? But growing up, it was so much pressure. They were always like, you have to go to college. You have to do better than us. You have to be better than us. And I remember and I was the oldest out of my siblings. So I always felt like I had to be like the one that follows through. Like I couldn't fuck up. Like I couldn't not go to college. So for me, I felt that pressure. But,
or what?
Huh?
What would happen to you if you didn't go to college or if you didn't fuck up?
I don't know.
Disappointing. You don't want to disappoint
I didn't want that
other people.
disappointment. But this is how
Some people
I
feel
felt.
that.
Yeah, but you have the rest of your life to undisappoint them. Just because I've disappointed tons of people before, and then you can appoint them.
But when you see that your parents go, I feel like when you see.
Hold on, let her finish.
Oh, sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
feel when you see your parents struggle that way, you don't want to be a disappointment to your own family. Like you don't. And honestly, for me, like school and everything came easy. Like I was pretty fast and quick with like learning and everything. So for me, it wasn't a problem. But I did go to college. I did do all the things they wanted me to do. But the only thing that I could say that I chose my career. Like they wanted me to be a specific something, and I said that's not the path I want to take. And I will say they supported it, whatever I wanted to do. So it's like a hit or miss because like that pressure made me better because I did end up with 2 degrees and I did graduate college. I didn't take breaks. Like I felt that pressure. I had to get it done, and I think I needed that push, right? And regardless of what I did or not, like I think that pressure put me in a better place now in life. But I'm just glad that they didn't force me to like pick something that I didn't want to do. Like they said, just pick something you like, pick something you want to do, but you have to go to college. Like that's not even a question. And I don't know. I think it was a good push for me, but I do feel like that there's certain people in different levels. Like even like people who go to Ivy League schools, that their parents went to Ivy League schools. They probably feel that pressure that they have to perform as much as their parents did. Or like your 2 parents are doctors or scientists, they might feel like, fuck, I got to be in this. I got to be as smart as my parents. Like I think that pressure comes from different levels.
Yeah, at that time when they have doctors as parents, they're already putting their kid in a level where by the time they want to make their own decision, they're already halfway as a doctor and halfway as a lawyer. So they
have no
can just be
choice.
like, okay, I'm already 50% here. Let me just take it all the way.
Yeah.
They already place them in the right schools and all that nonsense. I never really thought, like, cared about my parents, like, or family being proud of me or anything, because I was like, I'm just trying to impress your asses. Everything I do, I'm just trying to impress y'all. Next 10 years, I'm trying to impress you. Whatever I did in 5 years, I'm just trying to impress you. I don't care.
Do you think there's more pressure if your parents are successful or if they're not successful and you want to do better than them?
I think it's when you're not successful and you see your parents not doing well, and
that's more
they
pressure
think,
to do it
and
better?
they're stagnant, and
Okay.
they're okay with not being successful.
Or
And
you wanna be better
you
for
see,
them.
And you see other people around you. You go to public schools and you see the top to the bottom class. So you're like, okay, let me get in the top class and tell my family how it is, and let's get up there. Let's get up there eventually. Let's start moving towards that direction. And when you get old enough to start motivating your parents, that's the best feeling. Like,
Yeah. And to me, it's like, if you see your parents work hard and struggle, like, you want to get them out of that. Like, if you know that you have the opportunity to do it, like, for me personally, like, I tell my parents all the time, like, one day I'm going to buy you a house. Like, I want to do that. Like, I think that gives you that motivation.
Okay, I agree with both of you, Mr. Vic.
I just think I have to sit this one out. This is not my topic.
No,
I
give
don't
me
feel-
your opinion. Yeah, that's your valid point of view.
I would love my parents to be proud of me or become a success, but none of that to me is tangible. None of that is real. None of that is tangible. If my mom's successful, sorry, there's no if. My mom is successful as fuck. My pops, my pops was successful as fuck. I had no pressure. Like I was the first.
Pressure.
I was the firstborn. I had all this, I guess, invisible pressure, the same pressures that other people have and feel. I just never.
Do you feel like you were raised in a level of privilege?
Absolutely. I went to Catholic school. Got all A's.
So that's
But
a
I
valid
think it's
point.
important
People
to your
that,
different point of view.
I
yeah,
went to
exactly.
college.
Everybody
That's
has a
people.
different-
That,
I went to school and I fucked up big time. I got kicked out of one school, and it's not because I couldn't. You know, I got a F and I failed Spanish 1 for non-speakers, and I speak Spanish fluently, and I got an A in organic chemistry, and I watched my mom sad, cried. Look at my
Do
report
you
cards.
think in the back of your head that's a level of rebellion?
I wasn't rebelling.
No,
I was living. I was
consciously. You don't think so?
No, because I was very self-aware. Like, it was conscious. I went to school in Miami. So I was 17. I left my house. My mom had a foot in my ass 17 years, and I surgically removed that foot and took off to Miami.
So you think you were more independent right off the bat?
I was just searching for independence. Life is singular. I don't really, until I have kids, because that's my choice. Until I have kids, my life is mine. My shit is singular. I'm selfish in a positive way. Like, I don't live any part of my life for anybody else. I love my mom. I love my grandparents. Sure, I want them to be happy, but don't seek happiness through me. I'm not going to seek happiness or validation through y'all. We cool for separate shit.
and that's because your parents are successful. You don't have to owe them anything.
Probably.
But if they
they're
weren't doing well, you probably would be like, oh, well, let me work a little hard to get them up out of the grind or get them out of the
no,
trenches.
because I know people who are not doing well.
Yeah, but your parents, your mommy, your dad. If your mommy, your dad were not successful, you'll probably want to pick them up out of there. If you were successful, if you were getting up
I
there.
empathize with that situation, but I'm telling you, I would not. It wouldn't change. I would not. I get it.
Okay.
I get it, but I just personally don't, because I don't want to do. I don't care about doing well for anybody.
You probably never seen your mom really down.
Do you think?
They couldn't have picked a wronger statement.
Do you think that's the mentality of those people that recently on the news, like what's that girl from Full House that paid their kids to go to college? You think that's the same kind of mentality?
What? How do you mean?
Oh, she worked her way, like she worked connections to get her kids into college.
What mentality is what?
Its mentality is like the parents want to do good for you, but like the kid could go either way. It's not like the kid was. Well, we don't know much about the kids, but as far as like
The pressure,
the pressure, yeah. Is there more pressure in that?
I have both my parents were born in DR. I have first generation guilt, but they also both went to college. Like, college wasn't something like, oh, you graduate high school, he's going off to college. It wasn't like a thought. I had to go to school. I had to go to college. I had to get a job. I've had a job since I was 13. Whether my mom gave me money or not, I had a job since I was 13 years old. I've never, even though I privileged, even though I grew up privileged, I was faced with that. Like, I went to DR every summer. I spent in tin huts, and we talked about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw both sides. So success is very, very, when you go back and my neighbor lives in a tin hut the size of this living room, and I see those little girls wearing rags and happy as fuck. Success, like, it's just different. So I see things different. I don't see it, making my parent proud. We already won. We made it. We won.
Okay.
Now, as a choice, personally for me, sure, I want to do well. But to be like, I want to be as successful as my mom, I never thought in my mind. Or I want to be successful so I can buy my mom a house. That never came in my mind. I just don't look at
You don't look at it that way.
So it doesn't affect me the same way. However, like I said, I can empathize with people who do feel that pressure because that's a real thing.
It is. It's
I
pressure
just happen
from
not to
different
feel it.
levels too.
Yeah,
like
there's
I
all
said,
kinds of different
like
things.
Rich kids who have parents.
Trying to prove your parents that you're good enough.
Yeah,
Trying to help your
I
parents.
See it,
Trying
I
to-
see it from
but
different ways.
Prove, help, those words don't exist in my vocabulary. What do I have to prove? To what? No. My mom's either going to love me for who I am or love me for what I made. She's going to love you regardless. I know people who are drug addicts. They still go home. They want their parents want something better for them. They're frustrated with their life. They might kick you out. But they still want you to do well. Whether you're a drug addict with no teeth on meth and you rolling back in the
I think
crib,
that
or you're Jeff Bezos rolling back to your parents' house, they're gonna love you, bro.
Yeah, but I think wanting to make your parents proud is a feeling that comes from your own feelings. Like that's something that you want to do for your on your own. I don't think that your parents expect it or whatever. Like, for example, my parents with the pressure, like they always wanted it for me, and if I didn't, I don't think that they would love me any less. Like I just felt like I wanted to do that for them. So I think it's different. I think it comes from a place like you
I wanna do
wanna
shit for
make
me.
them smile. Yeah, so everybody's different.
Do you think that'll change when you have kids?
Yes.
When you have kids?
But that's mine. Like I made those kids. That's different. My mom made me. I'm her problem. She's not my problem.
Okay.
My kids are my problem.
You're her problem.
Yeah, I'm her problem. She gotta worry about me. I gotta worry about her.
All right.
My kids are my problem. That's why I don't have any yet.
Okay.
Anything to add?
After you have kids, and we're gonna wrap this conversation.
Oh, we gotta
read.
everything I said is gonna be different once I have kids. I have to say, I have to read.
Talk about this again.
Oh yeah, we have to run it all the way back, and everything I'm gonna say is gonna change once I have babies. But I know that sitting here right now today.
Okay.
Do you think your goals are independent?
100%.
Independent, like, okay,
My goals only have to do with me.
okay.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Like some goals are dependent on people.
On other people? Yeah.
So your goals more personal.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a trick. Why are you trying to trick me?
I don't
No,
know
like
if you're
somebody's goal might be to start a business, which depends on people.
Okay, no, for
You know
me, I
that.
was thinking like motivation. Like for me, this having the backstory of my parents for me is motivation to want to like succeed and be better. But not everyone has that story, right? Everybody's different.
Yeah, I mean, you turned that obstacle into motivation.
Right.
Some people use that pressure negatively, but you
Yeah.
turned it positively.
Yeah,
which is-
everybody's different. Everybody has
valid.
everybody has a different like approach.
deals with pressure differently.
Yeah.
Right. All right. We're good. All right.